Hello and welcome to another vlog. My name is Sajad Imtiaz and today I've come to Catterskill Rail Trail. Mainly the point of today is to go to Catterskill Fall, but there is no parking over there. So in order to park, either I have to go to Laurel House parking, or I can come to Catterskill Rail Trail parking, which is open to public. Unfortunately, there is no parking for the Catterskill Fall, so I have to basically go from here, go to the top of the fall, and then go around. And then what happened, there's a siren going off, so let's just ignore the siren and focus on what I was saying before, saying earlier I would say. So you can come up this road. If you walk from here to Catterskill Fall trailhead, that's about like 1.5 hour walk, but I'm gonna go from in here this way. I'll end up at the top of the waterfall, and then I have to go around towards the bottom, and then from there the next stop is Fonsleep. And once we get there, I might go in for a swim, so I'm totally packed for that. So let's just head in. But just in case somebody wants to come in, make sure you check the weather. Even though I checked it, but there was some rain. You can see the clouds leaving us right now, and it's getting clear. But let's just head into the trail. So from this point we have to make a right, and let's see how far is the trail. It shouldn't be that bad because it's like 1.5 mile round trip. So hopefully whatever the information is on the map, on the Google map, is accurate. Otherwise it's going to be a long trip. So this trail leads to the Catterskill Fall, and it's pretty close to the parking lot if you want to come this way, as I explained before. But just in the beginning of the trail we have this old train station. They say it used to be open for the public to go inside and maybe just experience the railroad that once existed here. But they have these railway tracks here, just for memory's sake, that back in time there used to be a railway station over here, and basically train used to come here and bring people, or tourists I would say, because again this is the mountain range area. You can go to, this is Catskill Mountains, and then Catterskill Fall is one of the falls in this area. But today's plan is to go to Catterskill Fall and then go to the Fonsleep. So I'm just gonna go on the other side now, just to see on what's on the back side. Basically this is the front and that was the back side, because the railway tracks were on the other side, just to have pictures, no picture ops. But here they have the information for the station. Here it says that Ulster and Delaware Railroad Station, Haynes Falls, New York, this is by the Haynes Fall by the way, has been placed on the National Register of Historic Places by the United States Department of the Interior, 1913. So in 1913 they shut this down and put this in, I think they might have shut it down before, but in 1913 it was registered as one of the historic places. So that's pretty cool. So I'm glad that I came this way. So they also have this cart here full of wooden logs, and there is a scale over there as well. It's pretty old actually. It's right next to the train tracks, and right next to it they have this little house over here. So now I'm just gonna head back to that trail. This is the official entrance of Catterskill Rail Trail, and you can tell by the length of it, the width of this trail, that at some point in history there used to be a railway track, and it's like right in front of the tracks over there, little on the side though. But I'm just gonna go in, and this track leads straight to the Catterskill Fall on top of it though, and then we have to go around and come towards like the bottom of Catterskill Fall, and from there we'll head to the Fonsleep. So let's see. I feel like I'm already tired, so let's see what happens. We can see the reminiscent of railway track that once existed in this area. So I'm just heading to the Catterskill Fall. But one thing I need to mention is that the elevation of this place is 1890 feet, give and take. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a smooth ride. So let's see. But the views are pretty nice. It's not that bad actually. A little bit paved, a little bit raw. So it's a mixture of both. And the gravel is still intact, even though there was rain a couple days back. So yeah, let's see how it goes. And then we're gonna end up in Fonsleep. That's the end goal of ours. So I'm just heading there now. So as I'm going deep into the woods, you can see the railway tracks are becoming clearer and clearer. But we have this fallen tree here. Luckily there is no train, otherwise it would have been a chaos to clear it up and to get everything on track. But let's see, I'm just gonna cross over and head to the falls now, just to make sure that I don't run into any snakes or bear. But even if I do, that would be fun because I'm all prepared. So I've come at this intersection. Apparently it's a private property, but I think since in my last vlog I explained that mostly they post these signs just to keep the tourists away, or just vandals or whatever, so people don't just go in and ruin things. So I think maybe the signs are for that, but I'm not gonna go on the private property trail. As you can see, this one goes up the hill, but I just have to stay true to the course. We came all the way from there. It's halfway towards the Catterskill Falls. Since Debbie just passed, it's been only one day since it passed, so the trail, you can see it's still in bad condition, so I have to walk around it. But you can see the clouds have come, so it might rain today, even though they said there is no rain today. But let's see. Now I'm heading to the falls. So here it says foot trail, like I drove here so far, but just in case I don't get a ticket, I parked my car right over there in the squirrel's den, and yeah, I'm gonna walk from here now. Luckily I saw the sign, otherwise I might have got a ticket. So let's go. I just checked my ultras. I'm 3/4 in and just basically quarter miles from the falls, Catterskill Falls, and then from there I'm gonna head to Fawnsley and maybe swim there for a bit and then come back. But on my way back I think it's going to be 2.5 miles, starting from Fawnsley all the way to the parking lot. So let's see, where you can see the beauty of nature. So you can see how high I am right now, and actually I can hear the waterfall from here, and there is little mist on the air, so I think I'm pretty close. And I'm just gonna end up at the top of the waterfall, and then we're gonna head down. Actually I just saw the water, so it's the waterfall is right over there behind the leaves. So let's see if I got a clear view of it, but it's pretty close. Yeah, I think it's better to just head there and see it. So a small bridge came before the waterfall. The waterfall is down there, so I'm just gonna head down and see the waterfall, but I'm just observing the view from here right now. Actually you can see the mountain tops from here. Let me just fix the camera a little bit, maybe you guys can see it, but you can see the summits from this side, so it's like right there. So let's go to the fall now. So I'm almost at the waterfall, but this parking belongs to Laurel House. You can actually park here and go down to Catterskill Falls. Unfortunately I didn't came here, otherwise it would have been a much easier trip, but let's see. But after looking at the filled parking lot, I think everybody is jobless, because I'm here on Monday. I thought only I'm jobless and economy is only affecting me, but apparently everybody is being affected by it. But I guess they should also start driving for Lyft and maybe make a YouTube channel on the side, so this way at least they can survive this bad economy. So I'm just gonna head to the Catterskill Fall. It should be on the right side here, so let's see. Actually over here they have some signs, one going to the Catterskill Fall and the other one going to the mountain top from where I just came from, and it says Mountain Top Historical Society 1.5 miles. I just walked 1.5 miles from there. Well, this is Laurel House parking, and this road goes to the Catterskill Fall viewing platform, escarpment trail, Lower Falls, so it's not that far. And these are some regulation if you planning on coming here. And the dogs here, but let's just see these, observe them, and then go to the waterfall and finally see what I'm here to see. So after coming at this intersection, we have two options. Either we can take the long route or we can take the short route. So I'm definitely going to take the shorter one and head to the Catterskill Falls. So let's go. So I've saved some distance by coming there, taking the short road, but this road leads to the viewing platform, so I'm heading there now. So the viewing platform is not so far from here, so after observing the Catterskill waterfall, I'm gonna head to the Fawns Leap and go for a swim. So I'm about to go down for the Catterskill fall, but here they have some information that before 1820 this area used to be like this, and this painting was made in 1827, and here's the size for it. Both of the paintings are in the Museum of American Art. On the right you have painting made by Asher B. Durand, and on the left you have by Thomas Cole. Whereas after 1820 they started investing in this area and making it more favorable for the tourist. So let's just go down and see the waterfall we came here for. So here comes the waterfall. This is just a viewing deck, the Catterskill Clove we saw back there in the painting, and after viewing this I just have to head down towards the actual waterfall. So let's see. Alright, so this is the Catterskill Fall. We're about to head down to that viewing deck over there. I mean, I'm at the viewing deck right now, but I'm gonna go close to the waterfall. It's about 0.7 miles from here. I just have to go across the waterfall and down there, and then the Fawns Leap is on the right side further down. So I'm just gonna stay here for maybe like a minute or two more and then head down. So I'm just leaving for the train that leads to the viewing deck down there. I think that's just a close-up point for the falls. So but it seems like it's like a waterfall made of milk, or milk's waterfall. It's pretty beautiful. So let's just leave from here and head down. So I was about to head down to the waterfall when I came across this information, which I almost missed because I went straight for the viewing deck. But it just says that Ice Age glacier and meltwater carved this shale and sandstone topography, creating impressive falls. Water plunges more than 230 feet in two tiers from the highest cataract to the lowest pool. So it just says that in 1820 Peter should purchase the fall area, building a platform which is there, and then a cabin. But later he extended the cabin to hold more than 50, basically 50 up to 50 visitors in 1852. But then upon coming 1881, Laurel House could hold up to 300 visitors. But then in 1963 the Laurel House was closed because New York State Conservation Department took over, and they purchased it to preserve the decaying waterfall in 1965. However, in 1967 the hotel was burned, basically Laurel House was burned. Now you only have the parking lot, which I didn't know about, and I parked about 1.5 miles far from here, where I have to come back up to go to that parking lot. But I think this is more than enough information. Now I'm heading to the waterfall. Alright, so I'm going above the waterfall now. So let's see. Hopefully we don't see a bear, but even if I do, it will be fun. So let's see. So there goes the waterfall, and they have a sign that you can fall down, but I'm gonna head down there anyways to have a closer look. So let's see. Hopefully I don't fall, but it looks pretty amazing and beautiful. So let's go. This is the top view of the waterfall, Catterskill waterfall, and it looks pretty amazing. However, the fall from here is 230 feet, so I have to be very careful while stepping my foot. But you can see I have to head down there where you see all those people. Let me zoom in. So far it's a pretty amazing view, it's pretty amazing experience. However, that's not our final destination. I have to go down to Fawns Leap, which is further down the hill. So I'm just going to observe the view a little bit and then head down. So that seems like a sigil of a house, maybe from House of Dragons or Game of Thrones. But it's pretty amazing that you have something like that on top of a mountain next to this amazing waterfall. but the view is pretty amazing as well. Actually, if you come beyond the fall, there's this little trail that goes to the bridge over there, so you can cross over and go down to the viewing port. So I'm just going there now. So this bridge connects the two sides of the waterfall. However, over here you can see the water flow is not that strong, but when it go close to the cliff, it becomes really strong and very dangerous. So I'm just going on the other side so I can go down and see the waterfall up close. So here we have some direction. Let's see which one we need to take. So there is a Sleepy Hollow horse trail. I might come back for that before Halloween or during Halloween season. So according to this one, if we head this direction, it's 0.1 miles to the Lower Fall junction. So yeah, let's go. So the road to Lower Fall, or the trail to Lower Fall, is on the right side. It's 0.4 miles. So let's go. Just have to go down. Yeah, it is pretty nice and cold over here. Yeah, I'm gonna feel it when I come back because the hill is very steep, and from the top view I saw there were some stairs, so hopefully I can come back without getting any cramps. So the air here is very cold and it feels pretty nice. So let's see, I'm just heading down to the Lower Fall, so let's see how it is. There comes the waterfall. I just have to be very careful here. So let's see. Unfortunately the rain started, so let's see how long it lasts. Hopefully it stops quickly and then I can go for the swim near Fawn's-Leap. But this is the road to the waterfall. So finally I've come to the lower viewpoint. So let's see how it is. So finally I've come to the lower viewpoint of Catterskill Fall. Now I just have to follow this trail over here, basically there, and go to the Fawn's-Leap. But as you can see, the rain just goes bad, so I'm just gonna take shelter for now, and once it stops, maybe go to the Fawn's-Leap. It clearly says there was no rain today, but it's raining bad right now. So this is the lower viewpoint of Catterskill Fall, even though there is another deck up there, but I didn't go there. I just came straight to the bottom one. And you can see there's more people up there if I can zoom in. But now the next stop is Fawn's-Leap. It was raining earlier, but it stopped. It rained for about like 5-10 minutes, so that's the reason I'm like, okay, time to go. So it's time to say goodbye to Catterskill Fall and head to the Fawn's-Leap. So let's go. I just have to go up a little and then on the right side. Actually no, I have to go down. My bad. I almost went in the wrong direction. So let's see. So to go to Fawn's-Leap, I have to first go out on the main road and then cross over on the other side. I just have to be very careful so I don't slip. But in order to go to Fawn's-Leap, you have to park your car where I park mine, or where there is another parking lot nearby, because close to Fawn's-Leap there is no parking spot, just like Catterskill Fall. So you have to park at the Laurel House parking spot or the park trail. So I'm almost at the end of the trail. This trail leads straight to the road, and then from there I have to, I think, 0.7 miles towards the Fawn's-Leap. But once I leave this area, then I'm gonna worry about that. Right now I just want to make sure that I get out here. Oh, I almost slipped. So this is what I was talking about. I want to make sure I leave in one piece and not slip, because rain just stopped. So let's see. You can see the condition is pretty bad right now. I'm almost by the road, and this is the same waterfall, but let's go and get a view from up close. That's the road right there. So I just have to go on the road and in 0.7 miles get to the Fawn's-Leap. So I'm heading there right now. Alright, so this is the official entrance to Catterskill Fall. You can see the steps over here. and I just came down from there actually, and now I'm heading to the Fawnsleaf Fall. So Fawnsleaf Fall is down the road about 0.7 miles from here. So I'm just gonna look at the scenic view one last time and head to the Fawnsleaf, and I'll see you guys there. I'm definitely gonna go for a swim over there, even though it's the same water, but it's much scenic view over there. So let's go. So you guys can see there's no parking space over here. That's why you have to park in proper parking spots up the hill. So now I'm heading down to Fawnsleaf, which is only I think 0.7 miles. So it's like a little hike from here, but it's doable. So let's go. Unfortunately, I have to come back because I was heading to Fawnsleaf when the rain came, so I couldn't continue because it's like 1.3 miles from here. That's why I returned back to the starting point of Catterskill Fall. Now I have to go all the way up and then go in the loop to go back to the parking spot. Hopefully you guys like this video as much as I can record, even though I couldn't get to the Fawnsleaf, but I think it's still an accomplishment. In total it's about like 3.5 miles, even though they say it's like 1.5 mile in total, like back and forth. That's a lie. So right now my navigation is telling me about like 3.5-4 miles to go back. If I take the highway which is right behind me, it's longer going this way. So I'm gonna go back up and then all the way to the parking lot. So hopefully you guys like this video, and I see you guys in my next vlog. Until then, take care and make sure to like the video, share it, subscribe it, hit the bell icon. I see you guys in my next video. Thank you very much.